Welcome back, survivors. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to Survival Fountain Youth, where last week we got ourselves the big Spanish schooner made up. I am surprised at how massive the ship is compared to like everything else we've had so far, like the little canoes to... But it really does feel like we need more people to man this. And we started doing a little bit more exploration in the Puma region, so we're up at Craggy Island, and we just had our first death in the series, too, going up against the Great Jackal and all its little, I guess, like, minions, if you want to call them that. I might actually see about just climbing up here and doing a bit of quick mapping if it'll let... Whoa, what's... Okay, climbing up here was a little bit weird. But yeah, I'm just going to do a bit of mapping while we have the weather open for it so we can see. Yeah, okay, boss. Oh, hello. I didn't realize there's iron on this. I'm kind of debating maybe getting more iron to bring back with ourselves, because my thinking is, when we went up against the Jack, we actually didn't do too badly off for, like, we got it down to the last phase, and I had gotten a lot of bites because I admit I'm not the greatest at understanding, like, the timing for the combat in Survival Fountain Youth. It feels kind of floaty in as much as, like, you'll see the animals have the red outline. It's almost like you have to wait a little bit longer before it'll actually, like, proc. They'll try attacking you, and that's when you either deflect them or strike them back or what have you. But my thinking is, if we do have iron really close by that we could just start getting some up, then we could start getting iron arrowheads as well as the iron spear and start going to town with that about once we're back home. Yeah, so let me see how much I can actually bring back with us on one go here. We'll harvest that. Take this back down to... Ow. Okay, well, that stings a little bit. That's not bad. See how we're also sitting once we get back, because I should check and see. I think it's like 1 iron ingot can make 3 arrowheads. Or, I think that's how it's gone for, like, the copper. I'll double check if that's the case for the iron, too. But if we are able to step up our combat equipment a bit with, like, a iron spear, the iron arrows. I don't know if I will go for, like, a better crossbow compared to the bow. Like, comments coming in from regular for Survival Fountain Youth did mention that the crossbow is heavier hitting, but because of the reload time, you're probably going to have faster shots out with any of the bows. So I'm kind of debating that maybe that's a better thing to do is... Don't know how I bounced across like that so easily. Is that... Yeah, that's some iron ore, so there's a bit more. Yeah, we'll throw these in as well. Just start thinning out a little bit of our inventory spacing here and there. I do have food and water in there, so that's all good. We'll throw the potions and all this in for now just to keep. And I think... Yeah, I'm going to go for another go of as much as we can get from that other deposit. And actually check right now while I was mentioning it. Okay, yeah, so like, make iron arrows, we need iron arrowheads, and we do make 3 per ingot, so... I am really tempted to do that, because like, iron seems to be so much easier to come across than copper was. I mean... We haven't used as much iron for crafting stuff. Because, like, copper I was using for a lot of stuff. There was the copper plates in our armor, a bunch of copper tools, the ship, the upgrades. I don't know if we'll actually have that many upgrades going forward that will call for iron and what we might be missing. Because we basically just have 2 regions left in the game. I think it's the Serpent Region and then the Bimini Belt, maybe, or something like that. We're kind of getting close to the end of the story. Yeah, we'll go for that. Yeah, we'll just get the last of that. Once we do get back to the boat, it'll be no problem getting our sleep in, and then we'll explore the last island before we do head home, so that way we can get the last of the native map pieces. Not that, like, we're trying to go for... Well, I guess actually we will be able to get the extra survival point from having, like, all of the items needed to, like, travel to the next region. But I also do want to head back home in order to make up another place I can... Actually, I might even have the builder's toolkits I need for a new dock on the big boat that we've got right now. As I might have actually prepared a little bit of that beforehand. It's just, we have to dock the big boat a little ways off from the mainland because of its size. And I'm still amazed by, like, how big this is. And this isn't even the final boat you can make either. There's, I guess, one more bigger than this that we might open up from the next map, too. I'm kind of debating whether I want to make that ship or I want to make the Stormbreaker that we've kind of read about from some of the text entries and the story logs about, like, what happened to the people at Bimini Belt. We'll get this back into the boat, toss this into the storage, take a sleep, and then I think we'll sail out for the next spot. I can always come back here to try going after the Great Jackal again once we're, like, a little bit better equipped. But we'll have to see from there. One thing I should try to see if I can find as well is the linen. There's an upgrade for the loom that'll let you go, instead of, like, just making the algae for, like, basic cloth to, like, linen. And there's an armor that I think has, like, iron plates and linen. But the only thing is, I just haven't come across anything like that yet to... like, be able to start working with that. Like, if I look here, key vegetation is Dalbergia and bamboo, that's iron tree, and this is... Oh, apparently... might not even have any vegetation on Foggy Island, so you know what? We should be good, though, so we're going to turn our ship around and see about trying to find Foggy Island, which should have the last map piece we're after. I don't think there's anything resource-wise to really still be stuck around this region to get. So as much as I do have, like, all the equipment to go hard to the Serpent region next and, like, knock that out, I think I just want to try a little bit of sightseeing and get any last pieces we have here. Now, with it being, like, this kind of condition, I don't think we can do too much mapping out here. So, it says... Okay, Foggy Island... Okay, there's some interesting things I see already. I think I stopped this just before we would have smashed into a rock there. And looks like we got bats on this island. Okay, your turn. Come on in. Come on. Ah, again, they're so small, it's hard to know the depth perception on them. I told you guys I wasn't very good at the combat, and, like, we're getting our... getting beat up by just a little bat here. Okay, come on in. There we go. Okay, I might as well... just treat the bit of poison we got from the bat bite. Because that I was pretty handy in making sure I stocked up a fair bit of. There we go. And just the runny nose too, so that way we don't have too much, like, catches up to us and we have a lot of problems to solve. Okay, so looks like this might be where a lot of the ships have crashed when they've come to the Bimini area, given, like, just the amount strewn about here. No dangers in the water, though, which is good to see. So we've got Seaman's Dagger blueprint. What the heck would that be for? Seaman's dagger. Excellent cutter. Uses weapon or tool. Iron knife blade short handle. I might actually have to make that, given all the iron we've started to collect. I wonder if, like, there's going to be a lot of these interesting seaman's tools or sailor's tools that we'll get recipes for on this island. Because it looks like there's an awful lot here. Snake region drawing. Oh. The ink is blurred, and only read a few words. Beautiful island, silver deposits. Monster lives here. Save my blueprints. Gaspar Castillo. Interesting. Well, we've already kind of found one monster of sorts, so we'll have to see what that fully means. We'll start with going for whatever this is. It's either a book or part of the map we're after. Oh, book. I have so many books, too, that I really have to try to find a time to actually start reading, going through them, get all of the benefits to, like, our levels and skills. Because every book does give you a new skill aid. So it is worthwhile to try and, French ship log. Okay, so this was a French expedition. The Mont Seguier. Lord is kindness, and there's no winter in this land. The last time we saw snow was last winter, back home in Toulouse. What we have found cannot be done by human hands. The devil deceived us. This island is his palace and his fiefdom. Having knocked us astray in the fog, he beckoned us with the sound of a horn, and we went there. Lord tried to stop us by wrecking our ship, but we did not heed his sign, and now, one by one, devil takes us walking around the fog like a wolf around the herd. May I be strong in faith, may I be strong in faith, may I be strong. Something's taking them out while they're on this island, then. That does not bode well for us, if I'm honest. Even the encounters last episode, and like our first death there, might need to be cautious about whatever could be on here. But yeah, there's a lot. I do wish it wasn't so foggy so I could actually see exactly what we're looking at, but... Oh, Viking tablet. So even Vikings have been here. I'll probably want to check that out in a minute. Okay, at least I got... Like, as much as some of them are getting bites in, I'm at least being able to match them with a strike back. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised how much they do. Okay, so let me see. Viking tablet. Where is that one? There it is. 8 geeks and 22 Norwegians went on an exploration voyage to Vinland. We made camp by 2 skerries, one of which is within a day's journey north from this stone. Went out fish one day. After we came back, found 10 men, red of blood and dead. Ave Virgo Maria, save us from evil. Okay. So they've definitely been attacked by something. I just have no idea what. And we got another boat here. Just some piles of scrap. And what do we got back in here? Oh, Portuguese ship log. I'm not going to read through all this because there's like so much of it. 3 more sailors are missing. Footsteps in the fog are now heard by everyone. The horn keeps blowing too. We'll go to that sound tomorrow, find out who's kidnapping our people. Captain is missing. Everdan is missing. He left me watch camp and left to the sound. Sounds like some kind of horn blows that draws everybody more inland. Or to a certain spot. And they aren't coming back from it. I'm not sure if we'll want to stay here too long. Oh, what is this? Oh, actually, you know what? I'll take that because I could use our quick repair to, yeah, get our spear in better shape. I know we probably will be replacing it with an iron one in short order, but still, just until we are at that point. And a Dutch ship log. Someone was prowling around again last night. When Johann heard those footsteps, he screamed like hell and ran into the fog. I have a slight switch to search from there. Lads keep vanishing. We need to find a strong ship hull and barricade ourselves there. Someone's walking on the boards above us. I'm wondering if... Could this maybe tie into, who's going around murdering our shipmates? Like, I thought maybe it'd be something like Ponce de Leon himself with, like... them kind of building him as, like, one of the only named characters to protect the... Fountain of Youth just for themselves, but... Now the sound of, like, somebody walking... Oh. Okay, there might be some kind of locals left. Oh. Didn't even get the... Oh, shoot, I'm out of our, Okay, no. Shoot, I should have brought some of the potions that I have. Okay, I think if I can get to our boat... I have potions on board I can use to heal ourselves up, because I think there's one of them that gives you, like, full health. Oh, no, not... Don't go flying over the... Okay, let me take a look. One of them... temporary halts, unlimited stamina. There we go. Okay, so that'll help boost us back up to full health. I think I gotta stop trying to... use the spear, though, for some enemies. I think I'd be better off with the bow and arrow. I also do wonder if there will be another arrow we can make. It's like, yeah, that's slowly recovering health. It's not going to top us out too soon. But I'm hoping maybe if I can find a vantage point where they can't reach me, I can just easily take my shots in from afar. Yeah, I used up all my waters of life up against the Great Jackal, so that was a bit of a waste of all my stuff. There we go. Yeah, that's probably the route I should take rather than trying to keep melee fighting all these things where I keep getting bit, is just say more bow and arrow in range. Because that's been working out much better for us. Okay, but we got another potion here as well as... Uh-oh.
This island can horrify even the most experienced sailor. Our historian, José de Ruiz, had to investigate the fogs and shipwrecks here. I don't know what happened to the scientist, but his remains are now hanging from this tree. It doesn't look like the work of the same killer.
Okay, see, this also leans me into thinking we might be really, really long past when all this has gone on. Oh, compass. Because, like, this is just completely skeletonized. It's not like the hanging body, and we saw they had a model for, like, a hanging corpse here. So, like, this makes me feel like we're long, long past when all this was actually going on. But Jose de Luis's diary. I have returned tree in the altar, faint thing, steps in the fog, steps in the fog. So they do hear something in the fog. And is this stone or iron? Okay, that's just a stone deposit. But there is something up here still to get. Oh. And big ol' sign of the Puma tribe there. Let's see if maybe up top here is the last map fragment we're after. Looks like it. And nothing else here. There we go. Well, I might as well take the dragon fruit seeds. So that is now 15 of 15 map pieces, so we've gotten all of that. So when we do want to embark for the Serpent Region, we should get that skill point, and we've gotten all the criteria for it for the bonus. There's one more book over, or one more thing over that way to find, which we'll probably grab. And I think we're good to sail back for home. I don't think there's anything else I'm really after from this region, since we've gotten a good stockpile of the Killer's Diary. Hang on. Lord and Virgin Mary, please help the sinner. I've never been too religious, but this ship cemetery frightens me. Everything here is soaked in some supernatural evil. I'm not a pampered young lady prone to fainting. I've seen a lot in this life and killed a lot, and I came here with the same purpose, find kill a certain person. But someone beat me to it. Okay, that's probably the... I guess looked like historian with, like, the shaved head. The money in this world will make me move closer to this place of death. Getting out here right now. So they were here, and they completely left with how this island just seems to be. I mean, I can't really blame them, given the strapped up by the ankles back there. And I don't think... we'll get back to the boat and see if there's anything else to find around here. But I don't think our concentration mode revealed anything else. I just want to check over here because of, like, the stone structures out there. Just maybe there's something else before we leave, but then once we do leave, I don't see a reason to, like, be back here. Oh, just a potion. So you know what? I think I'm good to leave that, considering all the potions I've been stockpiling and barely used. That'll be fine just to be left alone. So let's get back aboard. And yeah, the Serpent Region, we've got all of those if we wanted to, but we're going to stop back at the Island of Hope for a little while to process and upgrade our few things. Spear, arrows, probably about all, because, like, I don't have the flax or whatever to, like, start on, like, the linen stuff. And now... I guess I didn't leave our boat to get from one boat to the mainland over here. So you know what? Let's see. Take the helm. Yeah, this is how we'll just work at trying to ferry across all the iron ore we picked up. Because I don't think I have too much in here. Some stuff, but not even a tenth of its carry weight, so we can get a fair bit put in there. Okay, is there anything else I want to bring back to? Oh yeah, I might as well take those just for, like, the little bit of decoration. And now we'll sail back with this. Okay, so you know what? Let's get the hammer equipped first. And we'll see about getting some stuff changed up a bit. Now our trophy wall is growing a little bit. And the white jackal hide. I was going to see if we could put on our bed for something, but I guess we'll just... Do something like that, right above some of the work tables. Okay, now, I think this... Yeah, I've got a spot I can put some of the iron ore to start processing with, so let's take out... See if I can put the 6 in there and how much that adds up to start. Okay, that's basically as far as that can go. Where's a bit of coal? Yeah, I can have no copper ore left, so it'll all be iron we're processing. There's that in there. So I've got 1 ingot there, 6, that's 7. That's all processed through we can work with. I've still got a bit of obsidian. I've got an iron tree branch there. I might have more somewhere else too, because I thought I picked up more than just 1 branch. Yeah, there's a little bit more there. Yeah, you know what? Let's have... from the palm date, since that gives us both food and water. That's good there. We can even move those down. See, I think it'd be better off if I try making up a new bow rather than... Nope, nope. Didn't mean to make that. I meant just to hit enter to, like, say, okay, now I want to go through what I've got here. So I need a native bow frame and the string. And that I need more flexible branches for, so, you know, that won't be too hard to get a new one up. Let me just see about throwing, yeah, that over there. Didn't mean to make it up, but it is what it is. Alright, I got the new book I can toss in with all of our other books. Yeah, like, I've got so many different books now. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't suppose I can make up... Yeah, I don't have more sea salt. If I wanted to get more sea salt, what would I need to... I guess I actually can't upgrade that. That's as far as that goes. That could be upgraded a bit more. I'm just missing clay mold for pistols, but it basically says elite items from copper. I wonder if I should try making that, just to have. That's finished. That's finished. We'll get some more tossed in. Alright, that one's full. That one's got a little bit of room. And that's still got our 30, so maybe we'll toss a little bit more coal in. There we go. So I've got 1 more I can make of iron, and that's there. For pistols, I need 4 strips, which I don't know... Oh, actually, I can make that. I should have a few small sticks sitting... There we go. That's done. That's done. And that is the last one to go. And I think I have to add a little bit more in there, just so that way that doesn't get stopped early. I think that's what the little bit of the red on that bar means there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's fine. Let that go through, then we'll see what we need for the upgrades to the smithy there. Everything else I think is mostly good. Alright, what did I need for any upgrades to this? I do have the 2 copper ingots, so I could look at upgrading this if I need to. I think first, though, I just want to see what this will take for any further upgrades to it. That's going through. That's going through. I can probably just leave that as is, and I don't know if there's any water. Oh, there is some in here. Okay, so we're actually completely full on most of our things. Yeah, we'll fill that up. Okay, it's kind of nice to see all this has come along decently well. Okay, there's the clay mold for pistols studied. Now if I come down here, that should let us see what we need for the upgrades. Which is just 2 pieces of leather, and then we can do it. So, you know what? Let's get that done, too. That's in order. Place. Build that. Okay. So, the forge seems to have no more upgrades. This is as high as it can go. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's too much here that, like, stands out. So what I think we'll do is that's... Oh, shoot, I had more than I realized still to go. Okay, well, it's only 1 more piece of iron, so it's not a big thing I missed out on, but that's all right. We'll take this. I guess I moved this too far inland. There, we'll just get this over here again. And see if I have anything else I want to bring over. Because what else do we got? Bunch of sticks. A few long sticks. The massive stones we'll take. The Puma potion we can probably toss in here instead. And there's not really anything resource-wise, so that can stay there fine. And just... I mean, it's silly to be doing this, and I could probably just make a dock that takes us easily back and forth on foot, but at least it puts a use for these again. When they sit by and there's nothing they have use for. Okay, but there's all that, I think, in order for now. So I was thinking... Okay, actually, we have a good cutter already, so we don't need anything there. The pickaxe could use our quick repair. So we'll do that. The axe is pretty good for durability. The bow, though, yeah, I do want to make a new one of those. So I know it's 1 string from here, which is simple enough to craft. And then we need 2 ropes of skin, which shouldn't be too hard to make at all. Oh yeah, just 1 of those, and that can be done on a regular workbench, so we'll knock that out. Then we just gotta go get a few flexible branches quickly. I wonder if I should even try to knock this out this episode, just so that way, like, we're fully done and good to go. Because, like, all I basically need is... Well, not that much sleep, but, like, yeah, even just that much sleep will do. A few hours there. Then close that up. I'm gonna go get the flexible branches we need. Because I know they're just up in the mountains back this way. And this also lets us stop by the date palm juice collector here. To fill up our flask to the brim as well. Yeah, maybe I'll keep this episode going just so we can knock out all of the crafting I want to do. It's like... So, actually, our equipment's not too badly off in some spots. Some of them is a little more worse for wear than others, but it's not that bad. So yeah, I'll quickly run down here. Probably would have actually been faster just to take either of the boats to sail down here to get them, but... Yeah, I'm already this far, so it's not going to take too much longer. And then it's what? Oh, actually... It's not very far if I do keep going on foot past that point. So yeah, the flexible branches, we'll grab a few of those, make a new native bow up, and then see about a few arrows, as well as the spear, and I think that would be it. Like, I know I picked up for the sailor's cutter, or the seaman's knife, or whatever you want to call it. But we still have the iron knife already is good durability and hasn't seen much use yet, so I might just keep that as is. Yeah, so it's... There's a way up just on the other side of this rock ridge here. I won't worry about taking down the... I was going to say I wasn't going to worry about taking down the crabs, but apparently we're in a bit of a race against each other. You know what? I will take these, though. Just in case I need to make a more liana rope up. I think I have a lot of the vine, but I don't have these leaves that you need with them. Oh, and you know what? We'll take a green coconut, too, because that's a nice, easy source of water. Okay, so we got a harpy eagle. There might be some short-eared dogs, but compared to what we have been going up against, I think everything's going to be pretty calm and easy to face. So is this it? Yeah, this must be... Ah, forgot to check for... You know what? It actually might not hurt to get a couple of these, just to... So I can make up some more medicine to have if we go to the Serpent Region, because... Given it's called the Serpent Region, I'm expecting we're going to have more snakes we'll be coming across. And even with having, like, the, sense like I do here, I'm still getting, as we've seen, bitten, struck by a few things. Okay, didn't even have to cut that one down. That was just lying there. Huh. You know what? Yeah, let's just get them all. I'm probably not going to use them, but if this maybe means eventually if I have to make a new bow. Okay, right, let's see. There we go. Yeah, we'll get back with this, because I don't see us needing the full 11 branches for anything. But if I can at least, like, make up another bow if I need to, then saves me from, like, having to do the repairs, and there's, like, the chunk of health they lose off themselves. Well, let's work our way down and then get back to base with everything we've picked up. But we've survived for over 100 days now in the game. Well, kind of, but also with the one death. Maybe I shouldn't say survived, but we've been going for 100 days now. We'll put it that way. I think with the Serpent Region, unless there's, like, some really big resources to get and refine, there is silver, apparently, is, like, the next, gatherable. We should be pretty well equipped, though, without having to, like, make up many new tools. Pickaxes, we've got the iron one we just repaired that has a great amount of durability. We've got the axe and the knife that are doing fine. We'll have an iron spear. I don't think there's anything else I want to do with the iron, but aside from the spear, I think that's about it. Well, we have the bow frame to make, of course, but that's not really going to need all that much for, like, iron or other harder to get resources. I should try to get a full tally of just how much iron we do have, just to see how many arrowheads I'd want to make. I'm kind of leaning of saying maybe 15, a dozen to 15 arrows just to have, but that's going to need between 4 and 5 pieces of iron. I don't know how much the spear will take. That, and I want to have a little bit of iron as, like, in case I need to do any repairs, they can just, like, sit in storage back here. Or would it be better to actually bring that with us? Because I don't actually think when it comes to having to repair items, you need, like, the workbenches. I'm not even sure if I need a hammer, in all honesty. I'll have to think on that a little bit. It's like, if I go, say, repair that, yeah, it doesn't say I need anything else besides the raw material for repairs. So I could make up the iron spear and just chuck a few pieces of iron into our equipment, and I can just repair out in the field without issue. That is actually pretty interesting to know. I kind of figured you would need, like, some kind of tool or a workbench or something that Like to say, okay, you're trying to repair this tool, you can't just, like, meld in this new material to fit it for you. But apparently it works like that, at least in this difficulty of the game. Oh, there's the collector. You know what, let's see if there's a little bit for us to have. Nope, that's drained right now. And there's our, again, honkin' big ship that at least makes it easy to know where we were or are. I should probably look... you know what? I've got a few pieces of charcoal still, so I don't think I need to worry about trying to make up too much more for, like, mapping stuff out. I'll just get back and do a last little bit if we can. I've got this farm plot here that I haven't even really started on. Like, I'm just not sure where I have the... Oh, apparently that's where I had them. Okay, you know what? Let's get in here. I think it was from the regular workbench. We had... Not the weak bow. There was a frame... Is it maybe the improved one? Oh, then I could improve that even further if I wanted to make firearms. Flintlock gun, musketon, pistol. But yeah, that's what we want to make. The wooden bow. Okay, I need that. I'm surprised you need to do that at the workbench, given, like, if you have the frame and the string, shouldn't it just be a matter of, like, stringing the bow when it's done? That feels like kind of unnecessary for that extra step in there, but it is what it is. Okay, that's done. I'll throw this into here if we can. And right, so I've got 6... 8, 9. Yeah, let's get a bit of sleep just to refresh ourselves. So I think maybe we'll start with making the iron spear up. For that, I just need an iron knife blade, and that will be good to go. And that I think I make here. Yeah, okay, that's there. Let's see, this, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that should be more than enough for it, but just in case. Oh, and I had some left in here still. So one of those. And... Nope, no, not that. Cancel that one. So that's what, a dozen? Okay, one more, and that'll give us a dozen. Now I want to check our total standing. Because that's 3. So that'll leave us with 4. So you know what, I think I will do one more for the arrows. Okay, that's done. I don't need that, so we can extinguish that. The copper ingot we'll just throw in here. Oh, I actually got a lot more copper than I thought I did. And now I think if we work at the bench here, this is where we can make the iron spear. No, iron saber, but I need a saber blade, so I think... Base durability 500 deals at least 100 per hit. What do I need to make the saber blade? Now that I'm looking at that, like, that feels much better than the spear does. Yeah, come on, get going. There we go. Okay, we'll extinguish that. I thought I was going to go for another spear, but to be honest, if the saber is going to give us like 100 per hit, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't go for the saber over that. Oh, now I see why. I've used up all of my sets of tools. Dang. So close yet so far. Okay, well, it's still, we have the saber blade made up, so if we do get tools, we can always do that. So we'll do that. Toss you there. Because that did 20, so that does double its damage. Good to know. And see if we can make... I can actually make up 7. Alright, because... yeah, we'll start with that. Right, so I have to see what I'm missing for making up more of the arrows. It is feathers I need. So I think gotta go raid a few nests. Ah, yeah, that can go there, that can go in there too. The obsidian spear, maybe we'll see about bringing that back to the boat. And let me also see about making up any more liana rope, just in case. There we go, that's made up. I think that should all be fine. If I can just toss it into the boat, we'll be good. Quick little turnaround, we'll dock us and throw things into the big boat, and then next episode we should be set to go to the Serpent Region and see what that has in store for us. Because, like, truth be told, all I need is a fire and I can make up more of the things with that, so that's good, that should be fine. I'll actually see about crafting those 2 coconuts up to have the water to replenish us. Yeah, I think with that, everything is good. I'm just going to take a quick trip down this way because there was the one harpy nest we saw right by the way we were going up to get the flexible branches. So I'm just going to see if I can try to get a lot more feathers for any arrows. It's a little bit of like the slow and tedious stuff, but I think if I get that done this episode, we can spend all the next 2 episodes this week just completely tackling and maybe even clearing out the full Serpent Region. I don't know if there'll be anything that'll come forward to say, like, you need to have this item or this material here to fix something or not, but the only way we'll find out is if we, like, get that far. So yeah, we want to go a bit further. Yes, there's the bird there. And there is the nest. Probably going to have it turn aggressive at us, but we'll see. Yeah. Come on in. There we go. Oh, you might even have a feather for us. There we go. And let's grab... Well, let's grab all those eggs, too. Because those can just be easy things to cook up for ourselves. Oh, even then, actually, if I look at our skill points... let's see. Natural health recovers all types of flu better. Reduce chance of getting ingested by bad food by 30%. I'm going to take that. Because my thing is with that, I don't have to worry about, we'll do that too for better sleep as we're out. I think that'll let me eat these eggs without any... Okay, no, it reduces their total chance by 30%. So it's like 8% went down to 6. It wasn't... There's now 0% chance you'll get sick by that. Are there any other nests close by? A little more up the shore. Because if I've got... What is it right now? 7 arrows to start with. I think that means I was looking to make another 8. So I probably have actually enough right now without needing more, but I just want to... Okay, come on. Yeah, the boat has a little bit of odd controls. It almost seems to register like if you were going backwards, and you try taking left and right, it'll give you, like, the reverse directions for them. But then if you start going forward and you try hitting left and right, it then gives you them properly. Like, it sounds weird in words, but I'll try to show it off quickly just before we do end things out. So yeah, the next nest is just a little bit up here and to the left. Says it should be right. Might have actually gone a little past it. Yeah, says we have. Okay, it's back up this way. Wasn't even sure if this did lead to something, but we'll take a look. Okay. Yeah, so we gotta deal with you first. Come on in. Oh, come on. Yeah, the animals do have some weird pathfinding. Okay, well, we can get a couple of those. And we'll grab the last of... There we go. That should be more than enough, I think, for everything we wanted to do. At least I hope so. 15... And we've got 7. Yeah, that should cover all the arrowheads we still have back at base. Then I will take any excess iron, throw it into the boat storage, so if we have to make any tool repairs, we can do them out and about with no problems. Let me just hop on that. Yeah, so I'm backing up here. If I hit right, it actually kind of turns our front to the left. And if I go forward, and now I hit left, it goes left too. Takes a little bit to get used to until you basically have to kind of get your boat in whatever direction you're intending first, and then try turning left and right. That'll kind of give you awareness of, okay, I'm going the way I want to. Yeah, I'll get this right back to base, make up the last arrows we wanted quickly, then I think get some sleep in, and that way, bright and early tomorrow, we'll set right out for the Serpent Region. Maybe do one more check just to make sure that we do have the equipment to set up a dock somewhere. So that way, if we do have to make any, like, pit stops back and forth for it, we'll be okay. But good lord, it's kinda bumpy out here. I'm not sure, it's just because, like, how fast this canoe can get up to that it feels like it starts taking off very easily, or... It doesn't really say, like, it's high winds right now. I guess maybe I'm just, like, going right into the waves, and it's causing our bit of roughness here. Yeah, let me just get this here and docked. There we are. Okay, nothing else there I need. And let's see about the last arrows. Crap that. That's done. And let's get our sleep in. There we go. So I do have a little bit of a runny nose, but that's not too bad. I'm just going to have those, because they have pretty low risk for that. Repair the belt, since that was the only thing that seemed to need. And maybe I'll just do one quick repair to that leather bag. And then we'll embark. There we go. So, we've got... the feathers I'll leave back here just in case of anything. Sure. The eggs we'll take with us. I've got all kinds of medicine on the boat. And we'll just use this to get us over here. Okay, so we will end this episode of Survival Fountain of Youth here for the start of our week. Next episode, we're off to... Well, actually, hang on, one quick thing. There. Handle that. Next episode, we're off to the Serpent Region, see what lies in store there. But for now, thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video or episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.